Here's how to find patches in his first location over at Murkwater Cave. Now, you may want to find patches to get yourself Margit's Shackle, which will help you with your first fight with Margit. So, where are we? We're at Agil Lake North. Let me show you on the map. This is where we are. And Murkwater Cave requires us to come round about here. So I'm going to set a couple of little markers for us. So we'll set one here so we know where we're going. One here and one here. So these are little beacons that will help us find the route down. So there we go. So we're going to go this way. And Patches is an interesting fella who will sell you some cool stuff from time to time in a couple of different locations. But his first location before you've taken on the Stormvale Castle and all of that is over here. So just take your time getting round. There is some very nasty beasties in this area, so you want to be zooming around. There's also a bit of a nasty fight before you get into Murkwater Cave, which we're going to be looking at. And you may want to level up your character a bit so you don't get too smashed when you go around here. You can see we're scooting around under here and moving up here a little bit to get to where we need to be. You can go past these guys, you don't need to take them on. We're just going to keep going forwards until we get to where we need to be. There is also an invader that will come up here, which you can choose to take on or not. I'll see whether we can take them on. But we're just going to go here, and we'll see that the invader will be coming, running forwards any time. I think it's here, or they might come a little bit later. Let's see. We'll just see whether we can go in here. There we go. So we're getting invaded now. So I'm just going to... You can see I can't take the wolves on, so I'm going to have to take this invader on. So I'm going to take my Flask of Wondrous Physic if you need help with that. Have a little look at my other videos. We'll just see what we can do here. So I'm just going to keep trying to take on at range. That didn't work very well. So we'll go with a sword. What the heck. So going okay. So we can see we've got a heal there. Rather they did. So I'm dodging quite a bit here just to keep well out of the way. You can see they're pretty fast. But sometimes you'll get away with a spell. Ow! So I'm looking at my healing. Now. Really quick. But there we go, we've got a bit of help coming in now. We'll zap from a distance. Oh, they're quick. Oh, that was close. A little too close for comfort. So you can see Yura helped us out. We get Reduvia as a reward. And we can see Yura later. So they return to their world, but you can see them a little bit later. But we're trying to get to Patches, so we'll go this way. Go forwards here. And rest at this site of grace. And in here, it's quite useful to have a, what you call it, a torch. So I've got one of those that I purchased from Carle. I think they're only 200 runes. So we will just rest here to make sure we're all sorted moving forwards. So you see that's all good. And if you sneak in here, there's a couple of guards. There's various things that will warn of your like there. I'll just walk through them, but I'm not really bothered because these guys aren't very, he says, they don't tend to be that dangerous anyway. You can see there it's fine, but because I've accidentally triggered the bells and again and slight problems. Can't actually see that thing. Oh, that's close. I'm poisoned here, which is a bit of a problem as well. Hopefully that's most out of the way, if not all. There we go. Good there. Now we can move forwards into the cave. So it didn't go quite according to plan, but we've got this here. So we get a reward of a mushroom. Isn't that marvellous? I think I will drink my flask of cerulean tears as well. And I have one flask left, so that's good as well. So we'll just go forwards. You'll see down here we have like this kind of boss entry, and this is where we're going to find patches. So you can see we have this area. And if we go forwards, you can see there's nothing in here at the minute, but if you open this just once, but don't search it.
Well, well, well. Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings, huh? You scheming little thief. The gods demand repentance. Cough up your coin.
So you can see now we've got to fight patches. The patches isn't too bad. You've just got to take out half his health, which isn't too bad either. Nearly there. One more.
Wait, please. I surrender. White flag and all.
So you see now waits. We get golden rune felling the enemy. Grovel for mercy.
Have you? I knew you would. You're a man of reason. True and true. Well, what do you know? You're tarnished like me. Now, how did I get that wrong? I took you for a demi-human or some such. But an innocent mistake, I assure you. Well, water under the bridge. Now we're squared up. How about we play nice from now on?
So we can say forgive and forget, and then we'll get access to patches.
A true man of reason. Just what I like about you. I'm Patches. Patches the untethered. Tarnished like you, only free-spirited. Nomadic, you might say. Only for now, those retired soldiers turned bandits. They're paying for my gruel. In exchange for my, well, showing them the ropes. But honestly, this looting racket is bloody terrifying. Frankly, I'm ready to wash my hands clean. Maybe set up a legitimate shop. So don't be a stranger. I'll be ready to wheel and deal come next time.
So you can't buy from him just yet, but what we can do is if we exit here, so we'll return to the entrance and then rest at the site of grace. You're then going to need to probably take on the little guards again, but next time you get to patches you should be able to buy stuff from him, including Margit's Shackle, which was the point of this. So we're at the entrance, we'll go forwards again and rest. Like so. And now what we should see is Patch has stuff for sale for us. So you can see he's sitting there all quite happily. There we go. Talk.
Well, nice of you to drop in finally. It's all a bit ad hoc, but I'm sure you'll find something. And welcome to Patch's Emporium, where you won't need a refund, because everything's top notch.
So if you purchase here, these are the things you can get. You can get gold pickled foulfoot, which boosts rune acquisition for a while. We've got fan daggers, so you can have ranged attacks at enemies. You've got Margit's Shackle, which was what we were looking for. So briefly binds Margit once imprisoned to earth. So we'll buy that for 5,000 runes. It's not cheap. I don't actually need it, but I just thought I'd show it to you. We've got the Grace Mimic, which lights the path, but without order. Shard of Filthy Glass. We've got the Fur Calling Finger Remedy, Festering Bloody Fingers, a Stone Sword Key, which is rather useful. So you can buy that. The Missionary Cookbook 2, the Parrying Dagger. So this dagger's got parry built into it, so it's quite nice. Big great arrows, ballista bolts, horse crest, wooden shield, and a sacrificial twig, which will be lost on death in place of runes. So that'd be quite nice, but it's 5,000 runes, so not cheap at all. You can also see the Stone Sword Key isn't cheap at 5,000 runes as well. But there you go, that's the stuff Patches sells. But if you're having difficulty with Margit, that Shackle will help you out, and I'll show you that in the battle. There you go, my friends. That's how to get Patches. Now, one of these chests, and I can't remember which one it is. One of them is a trap, and one of them is not. And I can't remember which is what. So let's have a look at this one. That's the trap one, which will take you off to a separate location, which is exactly what I didn't want to do. But you can see we've now transported off.
I should have known, you scheming little thief.
So we're now at Mistwood Ruins, which I've actually already been to, so this isn't too bad for me. So I can just zoom out. So if you've not been here, you can go down to a nomadic merchant. There's a site of grace there with Fort Hate, but I'm just going to go back to here. But you need to go to a site of grace, so that's the nearest one. So we'll just work our way there with Torrent. Here we go. So once you've done that, you're out of trouble with the transporter snare. And then you can go back to see Patches if you want at Murkwater Cave and have a little look in the other thing. But you'll see that Patches is still here. And here we are. So in the other chest here, we had the cloth garb, cloth trousers, and nothing else. So that's what we've got. But that's the way out rather than that transporter trap there. So we'll return to the entrance here, and then that's us all safe. So we can leave here. And then you're out to explore further. I hope that helped you out. If it did, give us a thumbs up, please. That's much appreciated. Any comments, welcome. If you need more help with Elden Ring, have a little look around the rest of the channel. I've got loads planned for this Grub Magnet Ring channel. So if you like it, hit that subscribe. Do hit me up with a comment if there's stuff I can help you with. I'll try my best in a future video. Thanks for watching.